Welcome back to another episode of Buzzworthy Businesses, brought to you by our good friends at Foodies Care and the Daily News Network. I have an opportunity to spend some time at the bar with a friend of mine that I've known entirely too long and still answers my call most of the time, Elysia Stobbe. Thank you for joining us today.
Thanks, Steve.
I know, right? You know, it's real, right? That's actually mostly true. Mm-hmm. What is not true, is for our audience to decide. So we were talking. We had a really cool episode where we were chatting a little bit about like who you are as a professional, right? Mm-hmm. You do all 50 states. You're in the mortgage world, in the real estate investing world. You do coaching for other professionals in your world to help them serve their clients better, and you also happen to be a 3-time Amazon bestseller. Where you wrote a couple books. And we only have a couple of those left because it was so popular that one of them actually is now with the hands of one of our team members here in the studio. All right, so we talked a little bit, kind of broad brush on a bunch of different topics on the previous episode. And I'll put that on so we can go, people watching this one can go look at that. But talk to us a little bit about what you're seeing in Northeast Florida. So we got Jacksonville, state of Rhode Island, big city, huge, right? And then you got all these bedroom communities, which is one of the fastest growing areas in the United States.
Yes.
So whether it's the mortgage world, whether it's the real estate world, we could talk a little bit about the Jaguars' new stadium. That's a $1.5 billion project. There's a lot of different things going on, Jax. What are you seeing through your eyes for our city and our community, and our area, which is Northeast Florida?
Well, the stats are Jacksonville is still growing. So the average is 100 people a day. I think last year it was 20,500 people moved to Jacksonville, which is an annual growth rate of 1.7% a year, which is still strong. So we're definitely growing. So, real estate is reflective of that, right? People need places to live. So, as far as on the listing side, if they're priced appropriately, we're seeing multiple offers still on some houses. So that's pretty amazing. And then other houses are on the market longer that maybe need to be fixed up, right? Maybe they need the person that's buying that to get a renovation loan, right? Whatever is the good fit for them. So it's interesting because we're growing, right? And there's more traffic, but also there's more opportunity. There's so many other interesting things that are happening in Jacksonville. And one of the things I actually love most about Jacksonville is for a city, it's really a nice big town. You and I have known each other a long time.
Yes, ma'am.
And there's so many interesting people to meet, but also it does have the feeling like you walk in somewhere and you see people you know. Right? Whether it's downtown. Yep.
Yeah, so the studio's here for the folks that are watching this that are not from Jacksonville. We're in an area called San Marco, which is like an old downtown feel, right? Like the old Main Street. We don't have any horses driving down the road these days, but it's got that feel, right? I shuttled some of my of-age children downtown for some fun and nightlife, and they have that whole bar scene, right? Bay Street in particular,
for sure.
Quickly becoming kind of like a Nashville-ish type deal. You got the stadium downtown, you got the beaches, which even in the beaches you've got Amelia Island in the north. That's a different kind of beach. Jacksonville Beach, a little bit of party city, and then you got like the Ponte Vedra St. Augustine, which is for a different crowd of people, and then you got this whole area out west, which is just totally different demographics. So everywhere you go, it's a different experience. So for people that are watching this that have lived in Jacksonville forever, they've seen that growth. For people that are new into Jacksonville, and then those are looking here going, I keep hearing of this Jacksonville place, and my company headquarters, a small company, Deutsche Bank, minor company, that decided to move from New York to Jacksonville. What would you say to those people that are sitting here looking at this going, I just moved here, I'm thinking about moving here. Is this a great place to live so I can grow my family, but then also have an opportunity to have a job or a career? Like, what would you say to those people that are watching this?
Well, I think there's plenty of opportunity and plenty of growth. And I would say go explore a place that interests you. Like, I remember when I first moved back to Florida, I moved to St. Augustine, and it was a little bit too far out for me because I had moved from the Washington, D.C. area at that time, even though I went to high school in Flagler. So I knew the area, but things changed. So that's actually a great point for somebody who's already here and been here a long time. Go explore. But anyway, when I decided, I want to be, downtown, now I'm at the beaches, but when I decided I want to be downtown, I just went and stayed at an Airbnb, like close to Riverside, San Marco area, just to get a feel for it, right? And you're gonna, home buying is typically the single largest purchase anybody makes in their entire life. So why wouldn't you go and spend a weekend or during the week, like a couple of nights at an Airbnb in a neighborhood you're interested in? They're so easy now to find. Why not do that and see if you really like it and explore somewhere new? And if you just got here, then go explore. There's so much. We have beaches, we have the river. So there's canoeing, there's kayaking, there's surfing, there's biking, there's hiking, there's walking. Like you can still do the rails to trails walk and bicycle. Like there's so many things to do here. The weather's so great. Just get outside and enjoy it.
It is. And so I wish my story of getting to Jacksonville was as thoughtful. So as the economics guy, right? So outside of being behind a bar doing a TV show, I'm the partner of a wealth management company, right? Stocks and bonds, all these things. But for the folks that are watching this, so when I came up here from Miami, and 20 years ago, and we're thinking about doing a family. I love Miami, and it's such a great town. If you and I were 20 years ago, all day long.
20 years ago, yes.
Yeah, exactly right. So, but nowadays, the allure of a Jacksonville, right? You have your Orlandos of the world totally built out, which is a great place to go. Tampa, they're hustling and bustling over there. Jacksonville is almost like this last city in the major metropolitan area of Florida that is still access to the ocean, several industries here. We have the most Fortune 500 companies in Jacksonville. Then a lot of people don't realize that. You got the military, the port, the airline, the railroad, all these different types of industries. So they're not dependent upon like one industry. And so when I moved up from Miami, I did this whole economic study, which of course you would expect me to have done. Anywhere from Tampa through Atlanta, all the way up to Virginia, down the coast. And then, Jacksonville, honestly, wasn't even on my radar back in 2005. Okay. When I went to college, University of North Carolina, Wilmington. So when I drove from Wilmington, right north of Myrtle Beach, down to go visit my family, the only thing I thought about Jacksonville was when I crossed over the state of Florida, there were 3 high-rise buildings. And it kind of looked like a pitchfork coming out of the ground. And I start getting a little road weary. That's about 10 hours in. And I just remember getting stuck in traffic. 95 and I-10, right? So I-10 goes all the way to San Diego, and 95 goes from Miami all the way up to the Northeast. And I just remember getting stuck there, and it used to make me nuts. So when I was driving, I actually went to Charlotte, where my first place when I was going to relocate, and we were driving home, and guess what? I got stuck in traffic on 95 and I-10, and I was like, this is ridiculous. So I stepped off the highway, went to the Landing, which is where a lot of restaurants used to be, and I was like, wow, this place is really great. So then I put it's got like there's a water right there, and there's buildings, and you have that downtownish thing going on, and then you have all the different communities. And then when I moved here, I was surprised at what everything that was there to do. And now the city's kind of grown up around us, right? You and I, we've kind of seen some of this development, but there's really major things going on. You've got the stadium deal, right? It's not just about the football team, right? We got Shad Khan and his team at Iguana Investments. They're doing a lot of money downtown Jacksonville and surrounding area. Where do you see Jacksonville? Like, you got the downtown core, we've got the surrounding areas. What do you see Jacksonville looking like in the next 5 to 10 years?
Ooh.
I know, right? It's kind of neat because there's so many different ways it can go.
Well, yeah, I think the new stadium's going to be phenomenal for downtown. And there's so much going on in downtown anyway. It's very easy to just keep walking and keep walking. You talked about like Bay Street, right? But also, the thing that sometimes we forget, there's so much entertainment in football, obviously. I'm a big football Jags fan. And also, though, what about theater? What about plays? We have such a great opportunity of many different things. I just saw Moulin Rouge a few weeks ago, and I was like, it's just anything you want on any given night, live music, live theater. We are a big city without the big city feel.
Right.
So,
I've been in traffic in the D.C. area,
right.
And it's probably just as bad, if not worse, than what's out in Miami. So,
yeah.
Right. I love Miami. I love the downtown thing, but it was just such a chore to get there, right? So, to your point, we've got this, I'm from Miami. I grew up outside of Cleveland. I live in Jacksonville. I'm in 3 different divisions. Very excited. The Jags, we got a winning product. Now, they're doing the stadium. For the folks that don't know what's going on there, it is the largest real estate endeavor building project in the history of Jacksonville at $1.5 billion. And it's going to be this whole entertainment district, right? So it's going to be cool, right? Because in, I don't know, the next 5 years, maybe it's like a Nashville meets Austin meets Charlotte type of thing with a little bit of Atlanta in there. It's going to be a really neat place. So for the people that are watching us, they're sitting there going, man, this Jacksonville thing, I got to go check this out. What do you say to them as we wrap this up for the guy? So the folks have been here. We're growing. My 21-year-old, she's not very happy on the amount of nails that are in her tires. We seem to be getting that frequently, and I do have to remind her it's a sign of economic growth. Drive in the center lane, not in the right lane, because the street sweeper pushes all that stuff to the right, and that's where you're picking up all the nails. So, but besides the nails in the tires, which of course is part of growth. I mean, there's many different things that are part of growth. Traffic inconveniences, widening of the roads, make sure the highways can support it. For the people that have been around Jacksonville for a long time, they're probably loving it. They're saying, hey, you know what a great time to be in the Northeast Florida area. For the folks that are watching this going, Jacksonville, maybe it's on my radar too. As we take it away, what would you say to them?
Come visit.
Come visit.
Come visit. The weather's great. I mean, also we have golf. We didn't even mention that.
Oh, the TPC.
And the TPC,
the
like
largest golf events in the tour.
Yeah. First time a New Yorker has ever won it, I think, was this year.
Interesting.
So so there's so much to do. Come visit. I mean, why not? You've got nothing to lose, and the weather's. I mean, I feel like every day is sunny. Like in the summer, a little bit. It might rain a little bit in the afternoon, but that's a Florida thing. It goes away.
Yeah, it does.
It's not a big storm.
If you don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes.
Yeah. So it's great, and I mean, also when you talk about the growth. I think the thing to keep in mind for people coming and people who have already been here is it's planned. Like, this is a $1 billion planned enterprise that's going to be phenomenal. So why wouldn't we? Come visit.
Well, and I appreciate you taking some extra time today to talk with us at the bar about what the future of our great city and community are going to look at. Quick minor note, TPC was a little bit of a letdown for me this year.
Oh, no.
Yeah, Tiffany and I, my wife and I, Tiffany went out there and she didn't get a chance to hug Rory.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
Maybe next year. So, but what we'll do is thank you so much for coming, and you're great. Love to spend time with you, but this doesn't happen without these people over here. So, guys, if you like this episode, share this episode. Go check out the Daily News Network for the other episode for Elysia, talking a little bit more specifics about the mortgage industry, the coaching business, and her publishing. And then we'll also post this one on the Daily News Network as well. But if you do like this episode, share this episode. But remember to always live with gratitude.